What's good? Brian Tong here, and Apple just officially announced the new iPhone 16e. Yes, that's Apple's new entry-level phone. The name SE no longer exists, and it's just the E, so let's get into all the details with what it has and what it doesn't. Now, design-wise, this is the phone that a lot of people were expecting, with an iPhone 14-like design, an aluminum body, and a 6.1-inch display with the notch on top. And yeah, you're gonna accept it whether you like it or not. Now, that display is protected by the more durable ceramic shield, and no surprise here, it's the standard 60 Hz refresh rate for their entry-level phone, because that's how Apple does it, and no 120 Hz promotion. But let's talk about what's inside. I think that's what's more interesting here for me. There's a brand new hardware here with Apple's first ever in-house designed cellular modem called the C1, and they tout it as their most power efficient modem in an iPhone. Now, this has been a 7-year journey after their acquisition of Intel's smartphone modem business, so this is really a big deal for them to finally have this piece of hardware here. We'll see how the modem ends up performing compared to the Qualcomm modems inside their current phones, but we do know one thing that is a good sign for the future. It's made to be power efficient, and because Apple controls the hardware and the software, they'll be able to optimize it in ways that just weren't possible before. Now, one of these benefits, Apple touts that the iPhone 16e also has an all-new internal design that is optimized to allow them to have a larger battery inside. Now, we don't know how large, but combine the new modem with the larger battery, and that contributes to up to 26 hours of video playback. Now, I pulled up the comparison here, and that's a big jump up from the iPhone 16 that has up to 22 hours of playback, the 16e again, 26, and then the iPhone 16 Pro that has 27 hours, but this is great battery life for their entry-level phone. Now, inside, you'll have the A18 chip, more than fast enough for users, and honestly, almost all of us would be just fine on an A18. The main difference, if you compare it to the other iPhone 16 models, it's the same 6-core CPU with 2 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores, but the iPhone 16e has a 4-core GPU, the iPhone 16 has a 5-core GPU, and the A18 Pro chip inside the iPhone 16 Pro models has a 6-core GPU. iPhone 16e has USB-C for charging, but it supports USB 2 speeds like the iPhone 16. The 16 Pro supports USB 3 for up to 20 times the speed for faster transfers. Now, fast charging is the same when you plug this in, 50% charge in 30 minutes as the other iPhone 16 models have. Apple did tell us, right? The iPhone 16e supports wireless charging, and it does, but it's only Qi wireless charging at up to 7.5 watts compared to the 16 and 16 Pro, which get up to 25 watt wireless charging with a 30 watt charger, and they're also MagSafe compatible. So I need to make this clear. One point to make very clear: the iPhone 16e is not MagSafe compatible at all with those cases or wallets, wireless chargers, and accessories. We know how long Apple has spent investing in that ecosystem, so no MagSafe at all. It features a single 48 megapixel rear camera, but Apple calls it their Fusion camera because it also has a 2x zoom instead of having a second telephoto lens. This Fusion camera, this is not new to the iPhone 16 family. That also shoots up to 4K video at 60 frames per second in Dolby Vision, same as the iPhone 16, while the 16 Pro goes up to 4K 120 frames per second. And then there's no ultra-wide camera here, so you won't have some of those super wide creative shots. You'll have no macro photography on the iPhone 16e. That's a point to make. The front-facing camera is housed in the notch that also has Face ID, and this front-facing camera is also the same one found in the iPhone 16. Now, yes, this is gonna run iOS 18, and that means this iPhone is capable of running Apple Intelligence. So we're talking about every feature from using writing tools to proofread or change some of the tone of your writings. Yes, you got those creation tools like Genmojis. Those are here. You can also make custom images with Image Playground, send them away to your friends, and it's also fully integrated with ChatGPT as well. Now, another feature you might not expect, there's an action button here on the top left of the 16e, and you can customize it to get quick access to either launch an app of your choosing. You could turn on the flashlight and do a whole lot more, but you can also access visual intelligence with this button. Now, we did a breakdown video of how to use visual intelligence on the channel, but you can do things like identify plants or animals and places for you and get more information from there, or even add an event to your calendar from a flyer that you saw. This is really a jam-packed entry-level phone, and the iPhone 16e's price, it reflects that. It starts at $599 with an entry-level storage capacity of 128 gigs. it goes up to $699 for 256 gigs and $899 for 512 gigs. And yeah, that's a significant price jump from the previous iPhone SE, which started at $429. Now, it does come in two colors, black and white. Now, there is a whole lot more technology here in the 16E, but it's going to be interesting to see how consumers respond to this as an entry-level price. At the same time, if you're locked into the Apple ecosystem, no matter what price level you're at, you're still probably going to get an iPhone. My mama, she's ready for a new iPhone upgrade this year, and it'll be interesting to see what she goes for with, obviously my sage advice. But you can pre-order the new iPhone 16E on Friday, February the 21st, and then it will be available on the 28th. So there you go, that's the new iPhone 16E. I like what they're doing here from a tech standpoint at an entry level, and I think it also gives us an indication and maybe some insight of two trends that we can possibly look forward to in future iPhone models coming out even this year. So if it performs as expected, a newer and more power efficient cellular modem, that is huge, right? They're C1, and then an internal design prioritizing larger battery, resulting in combined significant gains in battery life. And what's one of the biggest requests that I always see in the comments, give me better battery life. So I love to hear what you think about all things with this new iPhone 16E. Is this the phone you're looking for, or maybe for a family member? What do you like about it? What do you don't? For me, I get it. It's an entry-level phone, but no MagSafe after Apple has touted the strength of the MagSafe ecosystem. That is a bummer. But at the same time, taking it out had to contribute to the use of a larger battery and therefore better battery life. There's always some give and take here, but let me know what you think and put it in the comments because I will read them. All right, that's gonna do it for this video, and you can make sure you're gonna see my full review on this channel coming soon. If you like what you see, hey, give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get all my latest videos when they drop. And if you want more of that Apple goodness, you can check out my weekly Apple Bits XL audio podcast with the latest stories and special guests. Plus, you can support all my content with an ad-free version of the podcast, early access to my content, and exclusive content at patreon.com/Brian Tong. So there you go, all things iPhone 16E review incoming very soon. But until next time, take care and be safe. We'll see you in the next video. Peace and love.